think my favorite display is we recently installed one that includes some dioramas of the Apollo space missions. And I grew up in the era of Apollo. I remember the moon landing. That brings back a lot of memories. And part of that display, we have a lunar meteorite, our own moon rock. So that's probably the best, is just bringing back those memories of the moon landings and the earlier space flights by NASA.
The Earth is always exciting, but it has this one button that makes it rotate. I like that one a lot just because kids love pushing that button. And there's something about pushing a button and making this big globe rotate that can make, like, even the biggest kids get so excited. I do want us to update that and have a little more interpretation around the Earth, but there's something about that button. The geochron's pretty cool, because that thing is also almost as old as the entire planetarium. So all it does is it's showing you a flat version of the map, but it shows you where the sun is currently hitting the Earth. And you can actually see it change its shape as we go through the seasons. You can see the northern hemisphere get more light in our summer, and then as you go into the southern hemisphere summer, they get more light. On the equinoxes, it's straight up and down, and it's still fairly accurate, even down to a minute or so. But it's also amusing to go out there because it's this, again, that historical connection with us. Like, you see that it's still the USSR, and it's still Burma, not Myanmar, and things like that. And so, like, oh yes, this is a very old map, but it's still pretty accurate in terms of how it's actually telling us information.
I think my favorite part would be the Blacklight Gallery. I think that it's intriguing. You know, when you first initially enter into the Blacklight Gallery, it's exciting. I love the constellations. I love the paintings on the wall. I just like the feeling when you go in there. All of it. I just like all of it. I just think it's beautiful.
Well, I mean, the one that I think, I don't know if I would say it's my favorite, I mean, it's definitely a really cool one, is the Saturn at the end. You know, that's really nice because, you know, it's such a big mural down there. People, when they're leaving the planetarium, will often stop and get their picture taken in front of it. I like the Apollo lander on one of the first ones there because when I bring some of the preschool groups through there, if it's a smaller group, I usually have time to talk about some of the pictures as we are walking through there, and I show them that, and I say these are some of the things that people left on the moon. As you can see the flag and you can see part of the spaceship, but there's something else that they left on the moon. Look really close, and I kind of point down near the bottom of the flagpole, and the kids finally see it and say footprints, and so they left footprints on the moon. So that's a fun one to be able to use that to interact with the kids.